Hi, I'm Mahendra Beniwal. We are presenting this project called Folog. It's a hypothetical ride-sharing company. The company is in loss. So our job is to improve the customer retention rate.
I am Shubrata Chaudhary. I will be finding the root causes of customer churning rate and their solutions.
Hi, I'm Siddharth Singh, and I'm going to highlight the major issues due to which Polo company is facing customer churning.
Hello everyone, I am Vaibhav and I will explain this graph which shows us the benchmark of the market which are compared with our company for long.
Hi, I'm Mahendra Beniwal, and this project is about a ride-sharing company. We named it Follow. Well, the company and data both are completely hypothetical. And why did we choose this project is because this market captures a large number of consumers, so we can perform the realistic revenue trends and market share declining rate and all such parameters very well. And the company is in losses and losing trust of its customers. Our job is to analyze the company's data and find the root causes of customer attrition every quarter. So you can see this whole data here, and we generated this data using Perplexity. First of all, this customer retention analysis project plan or to-do we generated using Notion AI. Well, we didn't bind ourselves with this AI generated to-do, and mostly we used our own concepts while analyzing. Then we manually fed our customer complaints in Miro AI, and Miro AI generated these flowcharts for the complaints as you can see here. Now I want to hand over this to my teammate Siddharth.
This pie chart represents the complaint category, and we have categorized our complaint into 4 types, in which service quality issues constitute 55%, app quality issues constitute 10%, security issues constitutes 25%, and price and payment issues constitutes 30%. We have further subcategorized them, such as traffic violation, driver impairment, sexual harassment, and so on. The next pie chart represents the customer rating, which are categorized as satisfied, very satisfied, neutral, dissatisfied, and very dissatisfied. You can clearly see that 14% of the customers are dissatisfied and 2% are very dissatisfied. That means dissatisfaction rate is very high. The next bar graph represents the resolution time in hours and the complaint submission methods. And among the all submission methods, you can see the complaints which are registered through phone, they have taken less resolution time compared to others. And overall, the resolution time taken by the Folog company is much more than the average market resolution time. This you can see in the next graph. The next line graph represents the relative cumulative frequency versus complaint resolution time. And about 55% of the complaints take more than 50 hours to resolve, while the average market time taken by the competitors is about 34%. So you can see there's a huge difference between both the times. And 40% of the users are not satisfied with the resolution time. And the next graph represents the average rating given versus the rights taken. And you can see there is a strong negative correlation between the number of rights taken and the average return given by the users. This means that as the customers use the service more frequently, their satisfaction with the service declines substantially. So this represents that the complaints are genuine, since those who are using the services frequently, they are very much dissatisfied. That means company really need to work hard on its services. Now I would like to hand over the further representation to my teammate Vaibhav.
Hello everyone, I am Vaibhav and I will explain this graph which shows us the comparison of market benchmark compared with our company for long. So in these first 2 graphs, we can see the market share percentage of our company for long in 2023 and also in 2024 compared with market leader share percentage in each segment. We can see that our market share percentage are really lower in comparison to market leader share percentage. We can see also the decline in market share percentage of our company in 2024 in comparison to 2023, whereas there is increase in market leader share percentage in 2024 in comparison to 2023. In this bar graph, we can see the market share percentage of our company for long having average of last 3 years 2022, 23 and 24 by each segment. and we can see that the market share percentage are really low, which are for autos 4.12, for scooters 3.83, for cars 2.2, and for cycles 0.96, which are not satisfactory. Now these are some group charts which shows us the benchmarks compared with our company 4log and 3 other companies Uber, Ola, Rapido, and also industry average. We can see in the first group chart market share percentage, average wait time minutes, driver onboarding time days, vehicle quality assessment score, payment processing error rate. And in each graph we can see that our company 4log is not giving us satisfying result, and also it is far behind than the industry average. In the next group chart we can see customer satisfaction with resolution percentage, driver retention rate percentage, average driver earning per hour. And in these three categories we can see that our company is also behind than the industry average, which shows us that our company is really struggling. Then in the next group chart we can see driver arrival accuracy percentage, customer retention rate percent, driver verification rate percentage, and average resolution time hours. Also these are the benchmarks set by the industries, and then we can skip this graph. Now this bar graph shows us the average customer lifetime value in comparison with the money. So we can see actually lifetime value is total average amount which is paid by our regular customers in their whole life. You can see that the industry average is of 6.5 to 5k, whereas our company 4log's lifetime value is 4.2k. So we can see that it is really far behind and our customer lifetime value is low. So this is a line graph which shows us the company's revenue trend across quarters in each segment. We can see that there is an increase in the revenue from 2022's first quarter to 2023's last quarter, but after that there is decline in revenue in each quarter in each segment from last quarter of 2023 to last quarter of 2024. So we can conclude that after the last quarter of 2023 there is decline in revenue by 5% each quarter. Then these points shows us that revenue trend is declining and all segments are seeing declining year-on-year growth for 2022 to 2024, contributing to the increased churn. So we can say that after calculating the average quarterly churn rate of 1.97% per quarter represents a significant customer retention challenge for our company 4log. And also we can conclude about graphs that our stake in each benchmark is very low, which shows us that our company 4log is struggling.
Hello everyone, I'm Shibrata. I'm going to explain what are the solutions that we are going to implement in our company 4log and to improve our service and add value to attract customers and position our company in the competitive benchmark. For that, we need to connect with our customer and solve their problem. By doing all this, we can significantly improve our business. This is the visualization that we have created using Napkin AI. This represents how we can optimize customer experience and reduce complaints. Thus, we can do so by introducing loyalty programs, providing transparent fare breakdowns, promoting shared rides, simplifying fare structure. The next visualization shows how we can resolve complaint. Thus, we can do so by identifying the type of complaint. Then we can also implement AI bug detection and AI chatbots. And we can implement self-healing in our systems. We can add tutorials that will help the users. We can simplify the UI and so on. The next flowchart that is also generated by Napkin AI is how we can do the ride-sharing complaint resolution. First, we need to identify the type of complaint. After identifying the type of complaint, we can do the needful. Like if the problem is with frequent cancellation, then we can penalize or reward the driver, or we can upfront cancellation fees and so on. And if the problem is route inefficiency, we can tell them what the preferred routes are. This is strategic recommendation implementation sequence. So first we need to do the driver's training and performance management, then vehicle and ride sharing improvement, enhancement of customer communication strategy. And the best thing in this is AI powered security system. In this, we are going to implement AI voice recording system for security. Mahindra will explain more on it. The next visualization is how we can improve ride-sharing service reliability, like long wait times, frequent cancellations, or route inefficiencies. We can solve this with the following solutions. Next visualization is enhancing ride-sharing service quality for specifically drivers. We can provide driver training. We can penalize them if they fail to meet the standards. We can offer incentives, telematics tracking, and vehicle inspection. From here onwards, I want Mahindra to first explain the AI feature and how we are going to implement that in our company. Then he can continue with the rest of the presentation. Thank you.
Okay, now I'm back. I'm Mahindra Beniwal. As Subrata said, I'll explain that AI device that we are planning to implement in each of our vehicles. There's a company called AUS Labs in India. They are partnering with Honeywell and they are helping Bengaluru police. So what they do is they are interfacing with Honeywell SaaS platform with a voice-to-voice AI solution to help automate some of these calls that police gets anyway. So how it can be used or useful for our service is that we can build such an AI device that we can implement in the each of our vehicles. Now, if any customer is traveling through the vehicles that are registered in our company, they will get a plus safety feature. So if the customer is in any dangerous situation, he or she can press that device and then this device will capture the audio waves or basically the situation, and based on this situation the device will detect whether the situation is dangerous or not. If it is dangerous, then these AI agents will inform the responsible authorities like police and all. So this will be a first moving market advantage for us because no any other company has ever done this before. Okay, now let's jump on this flowchart. And this flowchart is very important because this shows the importance of feedbacks in a loop. So first of all, the users will register on our platform. They will have their first ride, and based on their satisfaction level, either they will drop off or they will continue using our service. Based on their experience, they will provide us some feedbacks. Now based on these feedbacks, we can address issues and we can implement the solutions back to the company. So next time when these users will be using our service back, then they will not face these problems anymore. Now, what are the business outcomes of these feedbacks and these improvements? So declining in satisfaction will be reversed. There will be improved ratings, increased revenue, increased retention rates, growth in market shares, or we might hold industry leadership in any segment. Next, brand perception management cycle. So we can monitor our social media for branding. We can launch positive campaigns like awareness for helmet or public traveling to overcome pollutions. We can address negative feedbacks. We can engage in localized communities like partnering with local charities, proactive PR efforts like showcasing service improvements to counter negative media, and collaboration with influencers. Well, this is a complete iteration and it will help us a lot. Next year, for analyzing industry leadership, first of all, we analyzed the data. We made some strategic recommendations. Now follow company need to implement these strategies and there will be some expected outcomes from the business. Next, moving on, there's a great marketing term called CAC, customer acquisition cost, that we used here. So it shows how many rupees we spend to acquire a customer. So in car segment, the customer acquisition cost is 950 rupees, while the customer average lifetime value is 1780 rupees. In auto segment, the customer acquisition cost is 480 rupees and the average lifetime value is 1420 rupees. In the two-wheeler segment, the customer acquisition cost is 360 rupees and average customer lifetime value is 1260 rupees. So we are profitable in all of these segments, but in cycle segment we are not that profitable, and also we don't hold a good percent of market share in this market segment, in this cycle market segment. So the cycle segment makes no sense for our business at 4log. We are not making that much money from the cycle segment. So instead of shutting down this cycle segment, we can provide free cycle rides service to our customers who have taken more than 30 plus rides from our other segments can use the cycle service for free for 10 times a month if they need it. And this will attract more customers for our company. Okay, now here we need to take some risk. Well, this is a meme showcasing public traveling situations, but this is a biggest problem in our country, and this is the reality. This overcrowding while public traveling is the biggest problem in each and every tier city of our country. So we'll be entering in this city bus market. Due to uncontrolled crowd, public are facing a lot of problems while traveling in these buses, and this problem needs to get solved because people don't get seats while traveling and they are facing a lot of troubles. A lot of people and especially women feel uncomfortable. Well, public travel through city buses is a huge market in India, so we can get this first moving market advantage in this market segment. This is about addressing overcrowding in urban bus transport and what will be the challenges, because this will be a completely new market segment. So there will be operational challenges, dynamic scheduling issues like bus duration time on each bus stand, fleet management limitations like parking and all such issues need to get solved, and revenue shortfalls, high initial investment cost, financial constraints, technological integration, real-time data implementation, and seat management. And this seat management is very important because after all we are trying to solve this overcrowding problem by seat management, and we need to make sure that every person can get a seat while traveling. Next, we need to address boarding process inefficiencies. Seat availability concern need to get solved. We need to take care of our customers and their experiences. Okay, next this shows 4log strategic plan for urban bus transport in India. So for customer experience, there's booking process and loyalty program, financial model like revenue streams and cost structures, business model where there is value proposition and partnership structure, operational strategies like fleet management and dynamic deployment, implementation plan like pilot program and expansion phase, technological solutions, there is seat management system plan and mobile application integration. Next, market analysis where we can find overcrowding issues and competitive landscapes. Now let's talk about the market size and potential of this public transport and city bus segment. So bus transport represents one of India's largest public transit segment. Statistics indicate that while public transport buses make up only 7% of the 2.4 million registered buses in India, they serve millions of daily commuters. The private bus market represents 93% of all buses, indicating substantial opportunity for innovative service that bridge the gap between public and private transport options. And eventually I want to say that there are lots of risks because no one has ever entered in this market and no one has ever tried this idea, but we need to play with this risk because we don't have that required good position or market share at any segment. But if we can win this public bus transport segment, we will hold a strong position of market leadership for this public bus or local city bus market and will be one of the industry leaders in ride sharing. Well, our driver partners will get 30% commissions, and if their performance is good, then they will get 50% commission on every ride. And there is a good quote that is like, always remember that retaining one customer is more cost effective than acquiring 5 new ones. So we need to focus on customer retention rate and we need to improve the customer retention rate. Okay, thank you. Well, this was our college project.